Hi, Fitzzebra, Emma here. Hope you are ready for our next story in our topic of fairy tales. So today we are thinking about a story about a pea, but it's not the story that you might already know. Today's story is told by the pea and it's called The Pea and the Princess. Are you ready? Let's see what happens. Many years ago, I was born in the palace allotment among rows of carrots, beetroot and cabbage. I nestled snugly in a velvety pod with my brothers and sisters. I felt a tingle. I knew that somehow I would be important. The time came for us to go to the palace kitchen. We were shelled and put in a bowl. We were going to be part of a new recipe. Then suddenly I was picked up from the pile. I was put in a little box with soft tissue to protect me from bruising, and I was taken by the Queen. What does the Queen want with the pea? At this point in my story, I'm going to have to give you some more background information. Let's start with the Queen. A year earlier, before I even grew on my pea plant, the Queen had been nagging her son. "You are nearly 34 years old, Prince," she said. "It really is high time you married. The public expect it. Your kingdom demands it. And if you are not married within 1 year, I shall stop your pocket money." The prince got quite a lot of pocket money and he really didn't want it to be taken away. "I'll start looking for a bride immediately, mother," he answered, and the search began. The prince travelled the known world. He met princesses of all shapes and sizes, with a wide range of hobbies and interests. None of them seemed really right somehow. Too loud, too quiet, too funny, too grumpy, too sleepy, too energetic, too scruffy, too tidy, too pink, too scary, and strange pets for the one with the frog. After a year's search, the prince returned home feeling glum. "Right, that's it," shouted the Queen. She stormed off to the palace kitchen. She came back with me, the pea, in my little box. "Now," said the Queen, "listen carefully. This is something only queens know. A real princess will be able to feel this little pea as she sleeps, even if she is sleeping on top of 20 mattresses and feather beds. You are going to marry the first girl who can feel the pea." Months passed. I, the pea, spent most nights in the darkness under the pile of 20 mattresses and feather beds and a princess on top. In the morning, each princess would be asked, "And how did you sleep, my dear?" by the Queen. The princesses had been properly brought up, and they always answered politely, "Like a log, thank you, ma'am," or "Like a baby, thank you, ma'am." And they all said, "What a comfortable bed." They were, as I said, all very polite princesses. The prince will never find his princess at this rate, I thought to myself. I must help somehow. One night, a furious storm raged. Rain lashed against the palace. Thunderclaps shook the walls. Lightning flashed through the window panes. There was a little knock on the palace door. A small, wet person stood on the doormat. "Could this be the real princess?" gasped the Queen. "Oh, there's a lady at the door holding some vegetables. Wonder if she's a princess." Before she could say a word, the small wet person was put to bed on top of the 20 mattresses and feather beds, with me, the pea, Of course, underneath, in the darkness, under the mattresses, I recognised the soft snoring. I must help, I thought. I tried jiggling and wriggling, but the snoring carried on quietly. I must do something, I thought desperately. I inched my way to the edge, and then I started to climb. Slowly, I struggled to the top of the towering pile. I softly rolled across the pillow, right to the girl's ear. There is something large and round and very uncomfortable in the bed under you, I whispered. And while she slept, I told her about the large, round, uncomfortable thing for 3 hours. In the morning, the Queen asked the girl how she had slept. Oh, it was awful, she sighed. Something large and round and uncomfortable was bothering me all night. The wedding was very grand. The Queen was interested to meet the new princess's family. I'm sure they will live very happily together. There they are. The Queen, the Prince, his new bride, who was the gardener. That's why she liked the vegetables. And as for me, I became a very important artefact, and now I have my own glass case. I am on display, and if you visit the right museum and look in the right place, you must chance to see me, the P. The end. So that was the story of the P and the Princess. Which story are we going to read next? Bye.